Alright, this is the finished pumpkin bread. Like I said, the recipe is a sourdough pumpkin muffin with chocolate chips, and I just chose to make it into two loaves instead of 24 not cupcakes, but muffins and they're pretty good size muffins if you do it that way. I will link, this is not my recipe, I'll put a link to the recipe, but I have made this multiple times, and it is like my favorite if you're going to try sourdough, and very easy because you can use discard, and because a lot of them that I found, they don't want you to use a discard, and so when you're first learning how to do sourdough, it's nice to have these recipes where you can use the discard. This one definitely looks much prettier. This one got done about, because it wasn't as full, so this one got done about 15 to 20 minutes before this one did. This one took 1 hour and 10 minutes at 350 on convection heat. So, and it looks really pretty. It's still cooling, so I haven't taken it out, but it will make yummy breakfast for the rest of the week. Guys, Brandy here at Sowing Back, and I'm just doing a real quick video to show you another item that you can make if you take my tip on saving those porch pumpkins and making your own pumpkin puree that you freeze for yummy recipes throughout the year. So this is actually my sourdough pumpkin muffin recipe that I like, but I'm converting it to bread. I want to do 2 loaves of pumpkin bread, sourdough pumpkin bread. But I'm just going to use the same recipe. I'm just going to adjust my cook time. And I've already kind of got my ingredients for the most part together, so let me tell you what you need. You're going to need 2 cups of your fresh pumpkin puree. You can also use canned if you don't have the other. You're going to need a cup of sourdough starter, and it can be the discard. It does not have to be fed. Mine is actually, this is discard. It's not, I can't turn it or it'll spill, but it's not super bubbly. It's old. I've already discarded that, and I have refed my sourdough, so you can see all the bubbles in there. So you need that. You need a cup of sugar. You can also use coconut sugar. I have tried Truvia with this one, the brown sugar Truvia, but you want to follow the conversion for how much you need if you use that. Half a cup, I'm using coconut oil, but you can also use melted butter or whatever favorite oil you like. 3 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 cups of all-purpose or freshly milled wheat, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of chocolate chips. And again, with my chocolate chips, I use the Lily's. They're sweetened with stevia. So, but you can totally use regular chocolate chips if that's your jam, okay? So it's just whatever you want to do. So we are going to incorporate our wet ingredients. So I have my oil, my vanilla, and my eggs, my 3 large eggs in here. I'm going to pour those in my bowl. And then I have my pumpkin. This is some more of my pumpkin from last year. I'm trying to use it up because I'm going to have a lot more pumpkin to do this year. I'm going to pour this in here. This is my sourdough starter. This is the last part that I need to add in here because I've already put all my spices and everything and mixed it together with all my dry ingredients. And the only thing I'm missing are going to be my chocolate chips, because you're going to fold those in at the end. I'm going to see if I can mix this myself or if I got to get my blender going. I think I can do it. Just have a second while dinner's finishing up, and while my oven's heated up, I want to get this baked up because tomorrow my son has the PSAT, and I want have something healthy to eat for his breakfast, because last year he decided he wasn't going to eat, and when I picked him up, let's just say he told me that was the worst idea he ever had. And no, you're not supposed to say I told you so. So I hope I didn't. I don't really remember. I might have. Okay, and then my Lily's chocolate, you want about a, let's see, I think it's about a cup, yeah. And all my cups are being used. So this is 1/4 of a cup, so we'll do 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, almost 4. So mine's a little shy, but that's okay. You could also put in this, if you wanted to, I have before almonds. You could put your favorite nut. It's really delicious. It adds a nice crunch. But I want more chocolate. That does not look like, I think I shorted it. I got another bag of Lily's. I was anticipating that I was getting low. I actually have a few of these stashed. If you ever catch them on sale, that's when to buy them, because they're not cheap. But a little goes a long way. So I was not, that's probably about right. Okay. I've got this all mixed up. I have greased my bread pans, and you bake this at 350 degrees for roughly about 50 minutes. Check it, but it may take a full hour. You want to be able to insert your toothpick so that it comes out clean, just like a cake. But I promise you, this is so moist and yummy. And let me see if I can get a picture so you can see what it looks like in the bowl. That is what the batter looks like, and it makes gorgeous muffins. I just don't want to have to cook 2 different batches of muffins when I can just do the bread all at once while we're eating dinner. So this is just going to be easier for me, so that I can be done with cooking for today. And the boy will have something to eat in the morning. As will the rest of us. Okay, so this makes 2 loaves. So you just want to think about that when you're pouring it. And I don't know about you with your KitchenAid bowl, but it has that little divot thing at the bottom. You always want to make sure to take your spatula and stir down in there, or you get flour gets wedged down in there and it's not incorporated, and you won't find it out until you go to pour it out, and then that's frustrating. Don't nobody like that. Alright, so we're gonna pour. I'm gonna stop there, and I'm gonna pour this into here. And as soon as my stuff gets done, I still got chocolate chips on here. As soon as my stuff gets done in the oven, I will pull it out and I will put these in because it's the same temperature. And I'm gonna put some of these chocolate chips over here. I haven't had this before. They're kind of sticking to the side there. Okay. And I don't have 2. I have 1 Pyrex loaf. This other one is a Pampered Chef. Bread pan is my favorite. I think it cooks the best when you're doing this kind of sweetbreads or whatever. And but I only have 1. So these are my only 2. I used to have some really nice metal ones, and they got packed up and I don't know what happened to them. So that's my timer. This one is definitely going to be a smaller loaf, but that's okay. It'll be all right. It all is going to the same place. So that the Pyrex one probably will not take us long to cook. So I'll be watching it. I'll probably set my timer at 40 minutes. Check that one. The other one will probably take the full time. So anyway, I'll show you how beautiful it looks when it gets done. I hope you have a good one. If you found value, I would love a like, subscribe, and share. That'd help us out a lot. Also, check out our Instagram and our Facebook page, Sowing Back, and we'll see you next time. Bye.